I swear it's gonna keep thundering, but never actually do any lightning.
It could be fireworks, though. Hello, friends and
No, no, no,
enemies.
it's lightning. It's been raining all day.
Hello, friends and enemies. I'm joined by my friends from the Vokum. So the Vobum. I still can't pronounce it. Server.
Ba-bong.
Keyboard smash. Gang.
Hey,
My
besties.
Hello, I'm back.
so
Welcome
my
back.
so my boyfriend and
Yes.
Akuma. You know them from D&D. Arietta
Oh
is also
shit!
here.
Wait, are we? Wait, what? Hold on.
Wait,
That's me.
Hey, babe. We're live.
Oh, what? 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 Okay, all right.
Do you want to talk about the plan for the new album? Because this is the perfect opportunity to do at least one free plug.
Oh, oh, right. Okay. Well, so I am currently doing an album for. I'm doing a compilation album of all of like my of some of my older songs that I've made. Some of them will be getting remastered. Some of them probably won't be. Uh, and I was just thinking, and I've been trying to get other people's opinions on which songs should be on the album. Um, I already picked out a couple songs that are already going to be on the album, regardless of regardless if like they're not in like the popular suggestions, because this is going to be a 20 song album. Um, so so yeah, might bump it up to 25, but I'm not sure. It seems a little much. But yeah, I'm super excited. But yeah, I'm super excited to show it to you guys. I've already got 2 songs remastered.
Nice, nice.
I'm super excited to like finally release it. Amber Alert.
oh my god.
No, it's a weather alert.
Jesus,
Weather
be
alert.
safe. Be safe.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a tropical. Okay. So like I don't know why, but there's like there, there was like a tropical storm coming, and then it just like curved all of a sudden, and all the things are saying that I'm not going to get hit. So, yeah.
Okay. So, um, anyway, folks, if you're seeing this, because there are no viewers at the moment, but if you are seeing this as a VOD, you can look up Nebula's YouTube channel in the channels section on my channel. So if you know where my YouTube channel is, it's youtube.com/c/Jeronis Leroy. If you go to the channel section, I have my boyfriend's channel as one of my featured channels. So click on
I
Nebula
twerk
and
on I twerk on a computer and music comes out. Honestly, I just
your music is beautiful, babe, and don't sell yourself short. So anyway, all of my friends here are Vocaloid adjacent. Hip hip hooray. With that, let's get started.
I have.
I will say am off and on working on a project that's due in like 10 days. I'm submitting a song to a contest. They gave away 2 free plugins
Oh,
as
nice.
to bribe me
Nice.
to bribe me into joining the contest. Actually, to bribe all the participants into joining the contest. Like they were also giving away free trials to different subscription services, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm broke. All right, so
Shit, where is my USB? For, where's my USB that has all of my MMD stuff in it? Oh, this is bad. I can't find it.
so babe, I sent Lily the link to the MMDs for Maki. So
Okay.
if you ever do decide you want to do like a full MMD choreography thing to a Maki song, she can go
Yeah,
ahead
I
and do that
know.
for you.
Yeah, I know. Where is it? Is it over there?
I'm falling asleep. I don't feel alert today.
Like, how do you think I feel? Like, I woke up and was so distracted I forgot to tell Nebula good morning. And he's like, that's part of my morning routine. I'm like, no, I love him. I don't want to ever do that again.
I mean, you should, no, don't beat yourself up over it. I'm not mad.
I know you're not mad. I'm mad. Because I love you, and like,
I know.
just anyway.
You don't need to say it. I know.
Okay. Anywho, so, Akuma, what project are you working on today? I saw you were streaming earlier.
Wait, am I not streaming right now?
No, like
You are.
You are now. I'm not in the watch stream section because I'm monitoring my own live stream to Twitch right now.
Right. Sorry.
So,
Sorry.
what are you working on?
I'm currently working on a cover of Dull by Utsupi. I'm using both Synthv and Vocaloid / PA Pro Studio.
Nice.
And the vocals I am using are Flower and Genbu.
Nice.
Mr. Takahiro.
Oh wait, so those are literally like discovery rewards. So it doesn't have to unlock, it just I have to find it. Ah, derp. Okay. Teleport there. So Genshin Impact. Like,
Agree, Genshin Impact.
have you played?
No, gotcha games, they're a no for me.
Like, normally, like, I'll play a gacha game for, like, a few months. But I'll, like, be off and on even within the first week or so. But this game is an open-world RPG gacha. It's like, oh no, they knew exactly where to target me.
It's like a fan server trying to like revive Miitomo, and they have, and literally it gives you like 10,000 coins at the start, and I've gambled all of that in the span of 10 hours.
Jeez. Like,
I got everything I wanted.
yeah, kinda. Except, it's like, I never knew that a gacha game could also have rich story implications. And it's like, what did I do? Like, why did I let Mew and Vocazone talk me into this? It's like, like, I've seen so many people playing and talking about Genshin. Like, I even saw Lupin playing it and was like, I might not be interested. And then all of a sudden, I realized it was available for PS4. And I was like, okay, fine. Might as well give it a whirl. And then, like, here, let me screen share real quick.
Genshin Impact, but on the PS Vita.
Oh lord, if it was on the Vita, you know I wouldn't be able to put it down. Okay, let me quickly adjust something real quick. I'm gonna zoom in for you by zooming all of these bars out. Bloop. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the map. All of these sections are parts of the map you have to explore and unlock specific types of teleporters, specifically statues of the Seven, in order to see. I've unlocked all the statues of the Seven within the bounds of the game as so far as I can play, and that's 2 whole continents worth. It's like the career players, like, they've got this map already down, but the only things on this map that have, like, set fixed points on them that I don't have found, like, there are 2 teleporters that I literally can't get to because I'm not strong enough to. And then there are these little temples that I'm going around and trying to turn on, and then I'll have the entire map unlocked where I can just click teleport where I need to go.
So far, this sounds like Final Fantasy Realm Reborn to me.
Yeah, Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn I think was also a gacha game. But open world. It's just, I never, like, for some reason, Final Fantasy XIV, it didn't have the Moe. Or the Todd Habercorn. Like Todd Habercorn's character, everybody. Like, fully, like, even, like, hang on. Like, can you hear what's going on in the, can you hear the music if you're in the screen that I'm sharing, or is that just... the audio from the stream, or...
No, but I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay, what I was gonna say was I would try to play Todd Habercorn's voice, because it's like listening to Natsu. It's like listening to a slightly pitched up Natsu, and I am fine with that.
Oh.
But yeah, like literally, just standing still. It was sniff sniff. I smell rabbit. It's like, oh no. Right in the childhood, the nostalgia, the moe. Like it's anime, the gacha game, the open world game, and that's why I'm hooked.
You know what? I'm just gonna open up Vocaloid.
Okay, looks like Nebula left. I went ahead and sent him an I love you, and I'm sending him a hug. Cause, like, there. Okay. There we go. Anyway. But also the soundtrack on this game is amazing. I'm planning on using it as inspiration for some of the songs that I write next year. Or maybe later this year. I haven't made up my mind on it yet. It's like atmosphere with strings. Like heavy on the epic fantasy orchestra stuff.
One thing I've heard with like synthesized orchestral plugins is that they're not flowy because, of course, like they're synthesized, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I agree. It's like, I don't write things that are flowy, though. My songs are all... I'm trying to think of the right word.
How the hell do people do vocal fry in V2?
I don't know. Like, that's a mystery that you'd have to ask Circus. Because, like, I think
You see,
Circus did it. I'm not sure.
I know Minoman did it once, but I can, even studying her VSQs, I just can't replicate it. Man, if only I can tune in Vocal Shifter.
Okay, so, like, the track that's playing right now, it is heavy on synthesized strings. Like, it's it's not even, you can tell that it's no longer the orchestral strings, except in the background you can hear a low jazz organ and a little bit of violin, very, very quietly. And it's for where I'm currently at, pretty atmospheric, because right now where I'm at is a very, very cold, very, very northern like place, except it's weirdly in the south. This map makes literally no sense for a real world place, other than the fact there is a singular mountain range that has sub-zero temperatures, and all the other mountain ranges are all like borderline on tropical. It's weird.
An entire mountain covering different. I don't know.
It's like there's one mountain range that's basically a mini subcontinent that's just ice glued to the rest of the map. Like, I think it's called the Dragon Spine. Yeah, I just zoomed out and it's Dragon Spine. Anyway, so basically it looks like it was ice glued onto the rest of the map. Like it doesn't belong. But yet it's there. But then the other mountains, which are west of there, like you can literally climb all the way to the top and not suffer from sub-zero climates. In fact, I climbed above them and using the wind glider function wound up finding a sanctuary that was magically levitated above the mountains and was able to like just sit there for a bit and chill out and breathe. And it was beautiful to look down. But then I realized it would be even more beautiful if I could see below the cloud line. It's like, Okay. So there off in the distance is the inn we were at during the story quest. Let's look at that map. So, I do have a question. How much mode mixture have you worked into stuff you've worked on that weren't just covers? Like, just for the sake of, like, practicing mode mixture? For literally no other
Mode
reason.
mixture?
Yeah. Like, Lydian, Phrygian, Dorian, of the... You don't know what those are?
Sorry. What do you mean?
Like, okay. Where you're borrowing notes occasionally on purpose from one mode in order to evoke a certain tone. Like where your accidentals are 100% on purpose. Like, how often do you do that?
I haven't composed in a long time, so I wouldn't even know.
Okay. Oh no, Wolf Boy drowned. Okay. Back on solid ground, okay. So I'm thinking about... Like, I'm thinking about doing it one album where I intentionally write one piece that uses all of the different modes at different parts and just switches between them at irregular intervals, seemingly at random, but it's actually on purpose. And it's like, I wondered if there was any advice that people could give, and it's like, usually people who produce like on a regular basis for like labels and stuff don't. Like, they don't use mode mixture at all. At least not intentionally. And I'm beginning to realize that part of the reason everyone complains about, quote, music producers and the same four chords thing that was circulating around, it has nothing to do with Vocaloid. It has everything to do with music that is marketable, relatively speaking, sounds the same as something else that already exists. Not necessarily the same as other pieces of music that's marketable, but as something else that already exists. So, like if you're wanting something that's vaguely heroic, you've got musical tropes for that, right? You've got the they call it the superhero chord progression, and it's basically the opening to Superman's theme from the Superman movies, the old ones, not the new ones. That dun da 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 dun dun dun, that except arranged differently, and like the chord progression associated with it. Also, if you use notes specifically from that with those intervals, you generally wind up with a vaguely heroic tone. It's like a trope, right? It's like putting in the like if you're writing a story, it's like putting a I'm trying to think of a name of a trope that is really common. Like when you're writing a story and you've got a world of hats, where it's like everyone on the world has like some signifier that makes them unique. Like, that trope is called the World of Hats. If you use the World of Hats, people will be like, oh, okay, so that's this trope. Well, musically speaking, there are those tropes too. And heroic music is that trope, and I'm guessing Akuma left.
E.
Okay. Hang on. I have no idea where Akuma went. I know Nebula dipped too. Anyway, but like those tropes, right? They exist. And one could argue, hypothetically, that it's lazy songwriting, even though it isn't, to use those tropes.
Yeah.
And it's like, modern music production has become so tropey that serious composition can't survive. And so yeah, there is valid criticism that can be had there, but where the same four chords argument goes too far is not catching the nuance of people like things that sound familiar, because familiarity is part of what makes music understandable to the human ear. That's why tropes exist in storytelling. That's why the tropes exist in composition. It's literally to make sure that people understand the emotion that you're going for. Like rhythmic dissonance, musical dissonance, all of that can be boiled down to tropes, and people just don't get that marketable music needs to fit tropes or be tropey in order to make money. And it's like, yeah, I get where I went wrong with my own music now. I tried too hard to be original. I get it. But at the same time,
The whole conversation about oh, music's gone so tropey, and then yeah, and then you are like people listen to whatever is familiar to them.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, I guess people compose what they want to compose, and
Yeah.
yeah, like at the end of the day, that's just that. But like both sides of the coin are valid.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're wrong. It's that they're not giving the full picture. Like
Hmm.
like from a music production standpoint, what you want to write is usually to evoke a certain emotion, so you use the tropes that go with those emotions, right? Or you intentionally break convention in order to create those emotions. But what those people who say it's always the same four chords are trying to say is that they don't like the tropes. But even when they are trying to say that, the way they're saying it winds up coming across as they don't understand anything about music production. It's like, it's a little cringe. The response to it is, yeah, no, that's a bad take, because it is, but it like never goes into explaining or helping them better understand, hey, maybe it's just these tropes in music and songwriting that you don't like. Maybe you just haven't listened to good jazz. Right?
Hmm.
And it's like, there are way too many things and way too many genres and subgenres of music to draw inspiration and ideas from. But at the same time, at the end of the day, you're trying to tell a story. You're trying to convey something with what it is you're doing. And if you're not doing that effectively enough, the message gets lost. So that's why people have to use tropes. You have to explain that sometimes. Like me as a composer, I did my best to not intentionally use tropes, but I wound up using them anyway because I was effectively trying to write my own what my ears wanted to hear. So like, even though I was trying intentionally to avoid the tropes, I wound up being tropey anyway. So it wasn't really a thing I could control. You know?
Hmm.
Like I had songs that were definitely not tropey at all, but most of my songs that even I consider to be good, like the ones that I considered actually be good, wound up being the tropiest of all of them. And the most simple and stripped back, no attempting to go for something and missing the mark. And it's like, okay, maybe I misunderstood them. Their complaint is music isn't simple, but simple music is good. Simple music is clean. And Kingdom Hearts 3 just ruined me again. Because literally, like, I think our generation, to be completely honest, Kingdom Hearts is our generation's the game. Like, the late 20s, early 30s, and then, like, very, very late teens, early 20s, that chunk, there were people who were playing the game before people my age, and it was already starting to fall out of fad or phase at that point. But then simple and clean, especially among music producers, it's like, no, Kingdom Hearts kind of it's finds its way in. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. It's Kingdom Hearts. But yeah, my simple music is my best, and I've come to the realization that maybe I need to not pay as much attention to the tropes, because the tropes will just happen. Yeah?
Yeah, it's not bad to, I guess, be simple to produce things that are simple. It's not bad. Like, if you enjoy it and it invokes what you want, then at the end of the day, that's what matters. Like,
Yeah.
like the whole common complaint when it comes to like when certain songs like, oh, this isn't real music. This is like, it's like everything with the arts. And when people start doing that, it just starts to develop elitism, and at the end of the day, it just kind of ruins the fun of it. Like,
Yeah. That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
trying to say.
I know.
It's like, I was going about it from the more long-winded trying to explain on an emotional level, and you explained it cut dry. It's like I ran into someone who told me my music wasn't music. Care to know who it was?
720p.
Worse. The A&R director for Def Jam Music.
Who?
The A&R director...
A&R.
The person who's in charge of recruiting producers and artists to work for a label, specifically Def Jam Records, said that my music wasn't music,
Shit, I'm sorry.
and to get the fuck out. So, yeah. Like,
Shit, my god.
it's like... I mean, I knew my music was bad, but damn, man. Had to say it like that.
I'm looking them up right now. Hold up.
Hang on. I actually have his name. I have the post bookmarked somewhere. Hang on.
Def Jam Records. Okay.
Def Jam Records, yeah. DEF.
Yeah, I was thinking like Death.
Def Jam Records. Like, as in, all of those artists that are signed under them.
Gee, oh my god, so
He-
that's a name.
He's the guy who picked those artists. And he's the guy behind picking those artists and the producers who worked under them.
Oh jeez, oh my god. Justin Bieber?
Yeah. No. Like, when Bieber tried to go quasi-independent, Def Jam picked him up. So, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah.
How they know you?
They don't. It was at a talent scout event that I attended. Admittedly, it was virtual. I used a version of my 101st song that, instead of using Dex for the vocals, I used Maki. The other people who were there, like the people who don't work for the record label, all loved it. They thought it was beautiful. They caught the emotion. It was a mixture of both reverence and also whimsy. And then it came time for him to deliver his remarks, and he said, "It's not music. Get the fuck out."
Jesus.
So, yeah. So, my music reaches people. People understand it. It's just the people who run the music industry will never get it. And the reason is they're after the stuff that sells.
Mm-hmm.
And my music doesn't sell. It's just that simple. Like, the only person I know who thinks my music is able to be listened to on loop is Akihito, and he's the only person I know. It's like, okay.
Also, one of the great things about the internet now, very tiny producers can just like spread around, and that's also one of the great things about the, well, no, bad comparison. Never mind.
Yeah. Like, but yeah, that was a real blow to my emotions. I think it was my emotions that got hit. I'm not
Well,
sure. I've dissociated a bit.
He said like, "Get the fuck out," literally.
Yeah, yeah. It's it was not the best look. Like, the talent scout agency actually did say they had words with Def Jam about him afterwards, but honestly, someone who's that high up in the industry, there are going to be no repercussions at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a it is. It's Dro Gennaio. Pedro Gennaio was the person in charge of A&R for Def Jam Records. Knew I had it bookmarked. But
Pedro, what's the last name?
Genao.
Oh, found an article looking at why Def Jam should split the record label.
Beg pardon?
Oh, found it. No, never mind. Different record.
It's his most infamous quote is from March of 2019. Come and watch the fucking sharks. And that's in reference to him trying to make Def Jam go back to its hip hop roots. So, admittedly, he does have a bias. Like, he's like very hip hop focused and hip hop minded. So of course he would think anything that isn't hip hop isn't music for the purposes of what he could sell or from a business perspective. So it isn't entirely him. But at the same time, it really hit really hard. It's like, he's a good person, does a lot of good work, just not the place, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Tell someone it's not your cup of tea. Don't, like, even saying it's not my kind of music is pushing it a bit, especially when it's in a big group multi-genre talent scout event where there are like artists from literally every genre. There was pop, there was rock, there was neo soul, there was hip hop, there was rap. Heck, there was an 8-year-old rapper who showed up.
The fuck?
Yeah, like and whomever that kid's producer is good. Like, the mix work on the track that the kid laid down was... The mixing was amazing. Like, you could actually tell every single drum beat from the others, and it was, like, really well mixed, and I don't know who the kid got, but whoever it is, like, I would definitely want to work with them. So, yeah, he lucked out. But, like, a massive talent scouting event is not the place to tell people that art is not art, or music is not music. Talent scouting is for newbies, people who are new to the industry, people who are trying to break into the industry. You don't crush their dreams entirely with a lead pipe. You just don't. Yeah? It's
Of course, yeah.
So it's like, I was a little shocked, and I said, okay, fair enough, and I privately messaged the CEO of the Talent Scout company, because I am acquainted with her, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and dip, I'll see you next month. Hopefully they get a different guest, but... Anyway, that being said, I've officially decided that I'm going to be making much more palatable music from now on. No more heavy arpeggiation, no more pouring my heart and soul into every ounce of the lyrics. If I can't write it and produce it in a day, it's obviously not real music in the eyes of someone who works in the industry. Let's see if...
One way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can't put your heart into everything, and
Yeah.
well, I guess in the sense you can make it palatable for some people, but don't sacrifice what you want to put into it
Correct.
just for the sake of getting it out there.
Right. I'm saying, like, if I can't do it in a day, maybe I'm working too hard on it. I'm gonna operate under that assumption for a while, and as soon as that's over, and I've proven beyond a shadow of a doubt to myself that it isn't that people just don't like my music, then I'll go back to doing music the way I want to. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just the way it sounds. It's like you're not gonna put most of yourself into your music. Like, from how I'm hearing it.
No. I'm still gonna put everything I can in that one day into it. But the thing is, I write songs so fast that I can have an entire album done in 24 hours on a regular basis. I wind up feeling sick immediately afterwards because my brain wants to burn itself alive, because I have to dig into the parts of my mind that are too traumatized to stare at with a flashlight on it. But I can do it. And the thing is, I go back and edit and edit and edit and edit and edit more than I probably should. Like, albums 1 through 6, there were compression issues. The mastering quality wasn't that great. Album 7, I spent less time on the mastering, and the mastering turned out amazing. It's like, maybe I'm over-obsessing. Maybe me trying to make something perfect wound up making it worse. I'm gonna try to operate under that assumption. And not put as much of who I am as a person, the person who dwells on my past mistakes to try to never make the same mistakes again, I'm gonna put less of that person into my music and put more of the, this is something I just made for the kicks, not my kicks, because heavens know that it's not a song I'd like, but it's a song that everyone else will. And I'm still going to pour what I can into it of my heart and soul over that limited amount of time, but yeah. Anyway, sorry if I'm going to go ahead and end this stream because I know I'm probably bumming out you, my one
No, dude,
viewer.
you're fine. You're fine.
No, my one viewer, and also I'm bumming Arietta out. So, in order to not like mindlessly focus on something that is bumming me out, I'm gonna go ahead and end tonight's stream here, ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between, everyone exempt, everyone floating violently